I'm giving away one of these external SSD drives for Xbox. If you'd like to win one, check the link in the description.
Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, and before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to Seagate for sending over one of these drives for the purposes of this video. For those of you who may not know, Seagate has made Xbox branded drives for quite a long time, and personally, I've exclusively used a 2TB slim drive, as well as an 8TB game drive hub, both of those by Seagate, and I've had no problems with them in the past. So when I heard that they were making an SSD specifically for Xbox, I had to give it a try. If at any point you'd like more information about the drive, I have included some links down below. Feel free to click them. The Seagate game drive for Xbox SSD, as it's officially called, comes in a 500GB, 1TB, and 2TB version. Now, the major draw and feature of this drive is that it is a solid-state drive, or an SSD. Now, an SSD differs from a traditional drive because it has no moving parts, so instead of a read and write head moving along a disk, you're storing all of that data onto memory chips, and this makes an SSD way faster, more reliable, completely silent, and they also draw a lot less power, but that also makes them a lot more expensive. Now, inside of the heavy-duty box that the product comes in, you'll find some booklets including 2 months of Xbox Game Pass, as well as some warranty information, but behind those you will find the drive as well as the one necessary cable. The drive itself is super lightweight and has a small form factor, which makes it ultra portable, and it's also going to be officially branded to match your Xbox One X. It comes with a USB-C connection to make it future-proof, and like I said earlier, it does come with 2 months of Xbox Game Pass. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Xbox Game Pass, it's a service that offers unlimited access to over 100 Xbox games. You can start your 14-day free trial or get 1 month for just $1 using the link in the description. Now, the installation for this product is super simple. All you're going to do is you're going to plug in your SSD into your console via a USB cable. Then you'll wait for your console to recognize the drive. You'll format the device, name the device, and then choose the appropriate settings, and you are done within about a minute. Now, you can change all of these settings at a later date, and something to keep in mind is that you will lose a little bit of storage space due to the Xbox formatting. Additionally, there is a rumor that the USB in the front of the console runs faster than the ones in the back. I have not tested this personally, and this won't affect any of our test results coming up, but you might want to keep that rumor in mind. Now, I tested this drive in a variety of different settings, and in every scenario I put it in, it performed better than the alternative. When tested against the internal Xbox One X drive, games like Monster Hunter World and Assassin's Creed Odyssey saw a significant improvement, with load times down by as much as 66% in cases like Monster Hunter World. But these results will vary greatly depending on the game and the launch conditions, but I did find an increase safely in the 30% range for most of the games I tested against internal storage, with some outliers here and there. For example, PUBG's initial load time remained unchanged. I also tested the SSD against other external hard drives, like the 8TB game drive hub by Seagate, and also saw improvements. For example, in games like Destiny 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2, there was an improvement of about 25%, saving about 15 seconds of loading for every minute on average. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 was the outlier, which saw the biggest loading time decrease, and at first glance, these differences may not seem significant, but obviously, over time, these seconds will inevitably add up. Now, if you are using an Xbox One S or one of the older OG Xbox Ones, you can expect similar but more varied results, kind of depending on the game, and, obviously you're going to be playing those in 1080p versus 4K. You will save time on your load screens, but the amount does depend greatly on the game's optimization and where the bottleneck is in the hardware, of your system. You're also going to notice that you get other smaller benefits that you may not have thought about, like allowing you to get the first pick of a character in a game like Black Ops 4, since you're going to be the first one loaded into the map. And you'll also see small improvements in things like bringing up your inventory in Destiny 2, which happens pretty much instantly on this hard drive, whereas there is a little bit of slowdown on some other externals I have tested. Additionally, the SSD can help improve things like object pop-in or texture load-in for certain games. For example, you can say goodbye to landing in Jello Town while playing PUBG. You'll see very small but less obvious improvements across most games in most scenarios though, so don't get ahead of yourself in thinking this is going to give you some unfair advantage or some crazy and easily noticeable huge difference. Now let's get to my recommendations, and the first thing I want to say is that if your main priority is to increase your storage capacity, this drive is not going to be the one for you because there are far more efficient and affordable ways to get a lot more space on your console. For example, you can take a look at something like the 8TB hub I reviewed on my channel earlier. However, with that being said, if you are looking for a top-of-the-line premium product that is the fastest on the marketplace, this is going to be that drive. It's incredibly well built, and you do get a significant performance upgrade in terms of your load times with this product. However, because it is a premium product, it does come with a premium price tag. At the time of filming this video, the 500GB model is $130, and the 2TB version is clocking in right around the $600 mark, which is actually going to be more expensive than the console itself. I wouldn't recommend trying to fit all of your entire game library onto this thing. Instead, I would recommend only installing those games that you play the most, and then keeping the rest of your game library installed somewhere else. Hardcore gamers will probably find a great benefit to a solution like this, but your average console gamer is going to find this to be a little bit overkill. Especially if you're playing a lot of multiplayer, you're going to end up having to wait for everyone else in the lobby to catch up to your load times, so it doesn't make a significant difference unless you're going to be playing a lot of single player games either. Hopefully that answers some of your questions. If you have any further questions, let me know in the YouTube comments down below, and I will try to get back to everyone. Again, I have included Amazon product pages for the things we have talked about in this video, as well as a link to my 8TB game drive hub review, which is probably a better solution for someone just looking to get a lot more space for their console and doesn't really necessarily care about the increase, or rather the decrease in load times and increase in performance. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. A special thanks to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Peace!